Yo, what's going on, everybody? How you doing? And welcome to another episode, or as I like to say, welcome to another edition of Live from my mother's basement. It's 5 o'clock here in the great city of Los Angeles. I'm obviously not in my mother's basement, but I'm at my studio here in the LA area. So let's chat a little bit. I was touring this weekend with Marco Asante. We were in Reno at the Laugh Factory inside the Silver Legacy Casino, Spa, and Hotel. And I just couldn't get it together to have a guest on the show tonight. And my producer, Tatiana Bluchel, is working on a movie right now. So I decided I would do the podcast by myself tonight. And after I talk a little bit, I'm going to talk directly to you guys. A lot of stuff going on in the world. And tonight would be a good night if you guys want to chat with me about what is going on in the world, your life, maybe my life a little bit, and we'll see where it brings us. Tonight, when I'm done with this broadcast, between 7 and 8 o'clock, so says the internet, a special technician from Spectrum Television will be coming to this place to see if he could make my television in the other room work correctly. So here's what happened. I decided I'm paying way too much money for internet and cable. I used to have internet, cable, and landline. About 2 years ago, after 30 years, I decided to get rid of the landline, seeing if I couldn't trim down the bill, because the bill went from $75 a month to almost $200 a month, and I'm not here that often, so I didn't feel like paying that. Mind you, someone else in this building who doesn't do very well financially munches off my internet. I'm sure there's a couple of people that do it. And I didn't want to just shut it off and leave them hanging. So I got rid of the phone, got me down to $120 a month. For some reason or other, it went to $140 a month. So I called Spectrum a couple of days ago while I was in Reno, and I said, hello, Spectrum, can you help me out? I think I'm just going to shut off the cable, keep the internet. The guy says to me, if you buy cell phone service, I can get you to $100 a month for cell phone, internet, and cable. So I said, so you're saying if I add a feature, it'll be cheaper? And he said, yes. I says, well, I already have T-Mobile, and I got a great deal, and I don't want to get rid of it. I hung up. The next day, I called Spectrum again and got a different operator. This operator says to me, I can give you $75 a month and you can have cable and internet. And I says, great. So after our big shows out in Reno, I come back to Los Angeles and the TV don't work. So I call Spectrum and I says, my TV doesn't work. They said, well, do you have a smart TV? And I says, the TV might be smart, but I'm stupid. And I don't know what I'm doing. Just put my TV back on. I just want to watch me TV. That's all I watch. I want to watch the Andy Griffith Show and Channel 2 News. Well, they couldn't figure out why my TV's not working. And somehow the guy wanted to sell me a landline. I said, I don't want a landline. He said, but it would be cheaper. For $75 a month, I can give you a landline, cable, and internet. And I says, no, that's not what I want. They connect me to somebody else, and that person says, your cable box is old. It's not working. You have to have the Spectrum app. And I says, but I don't know how to do that. And they said, just get an app. One guy said, go to a store. Another guy said this. Before you know it, I said, send over a technician. Come and fix my fucking television. Do you know 5 different people that work for Spectrum gave me 5 different answers? And I have a funny feeling the guy coming to my house is going to charge me for the visit. Isn't that fucked up? Think about it. Isn't that fucked up? That all these people I spoke to, nobody really knew the answer. So, you're on the phone with somebody like me. I'm going to blast the shit out of you on the internet. That is my rant for this morning. If you're dealing with something like that, hang up, call again, get somebody else on the phone who might know something better. Anyway, I'm going to take in some questions and answers if you guys want to talk to me about what I just said in a little while. I don't have any food with me tonight. I wanted to have food from a place not too far from here called Quickies. They make great pizza. They make great meatball sandwiches, sub sandwiches, all kinds of fantastic foods and Asian food. And they normally deliver. So today I went by because I wanted to see if I could get myself some food to eat on the show. And after 30 years, there was a sign on the door that said, "Goodbye, everybody. Thank you. We loved being in the neighborhood, but we're going out of business." And I don't think they went out of business because they weren't making money. I think they went out of business because they just had enough of working really, really hard. So I'm sad about that. Cheerio, Quickies, a legendary corner store for quick food. I see that everybody can hear me on Instagram. Get Fire TV. Connect your landline into the Wi-Fi. Yeah, well, there's everybody telling me what I should do. We'll talk about that in a minute. I don't know how to do any of this shit. I'm a personality. I don't know how to do technical shit. I never did. I'm a carpenter. I could put shingles on a house. I could cook. I don't know technology. I just know how to be an entertainer. I don't want to do this shit. I went to get a haircut today. What do you think? I got a trim. I always get a trim. My hair's not long enough. I got a trim at Trim Hair Salon. Trim Hair Salon in Studio City. They are at 818-784-TRIM. Danny, female, D-A-N-I, Danny cuts my hair. It's 30 years. I love going there. It's a lot of fun. And when you sit there and you talk to a girl who cuts your hair, she has so much information on so many crazy problems that people are going through when they sit in her chair, that she's like a doctor. She's like a bartender. I really don't say much because it doesn't take that long to trim the sides of my head, but it's a lot of fun. So Danny and the staff and everybody at Trim Hair Salon on Ventura Boulevard in Studio City, it's the place to be. Everybody in there is top of the line, great skilled hair technicians. 1-818-784-TRIM. And you guys know I love coffee mugs, so I make sure I got my coffee mug in there. And I had my coffee this morning with that mug. My friend Stevie D gave me this one. I'm not yelling, I'm Italian. And of course, one of my greatest sponsors that we've had for many years is Regina's Pizza in Akron, Ohio. And they're going to be sponsoring another couple of events that I'm going to be doing with Joe Gorga from the Jersey Housewives on June 23rd when we take on the Count Basie Theater in Red Bank, New Jersey. Talk about a crazy, whacked out show. If I could just tell you, touring with Joe Gorga, who is on the Jersey Housewives. He's married to Melissa. He is the brother of Teresa. And of course, he's in the thick of all of that stuff. Well, we've been doing stand-up comedy together on tour, and we're going to do one that we're actually going to film. So if you're in the state of New Jersey, or you're in around the area, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, down the shore, northern Jersey, on June 23rd, we're going to film us performing together at the Count Basie Theater. That's Red Bank. Now, the Count Basie Theater is 1,500 seats. It's a big, beautiful theater. We're going to have cameras everywhere, press everywhere. TMZ is going to be there. The news is going to be there. Fox is going to be there. It's going to be off the chart fun. two Italian kids from New Jersey, men, doing stand-up comedy at the world-famous Count Basie Theater. So, Joe, if you're watching, I can't wait to see you. We're going to have a lot of fun. This is all produced by Michael Martucci, who is a great entertainer himself. He does this big Sinatra entertainment venue on the road, and it's just fun and fantastic. You guys are going to love it. All this information is at MikeMarino.net. All right? I was watching the news this morning. Seems like somebody wants to sue Bill Cosby. With all the crazy shit that's going on in the world today, comedians being attacked on stage, I videotaped the audience this weekend in Reno. I went on stage with my camera and I videotaped the whole audience. And I told them, there you go. If you think you're going to jump up on stage and fuck with me, go ahead. I got you on tape, motherfuckers. But my audience doesn't do that. I really didn't need to say that. I never really got in any trouble like that. But hey, you never know what's going on in the world today, so I take the precaution. We had a lot of fun in Reno. Reno is so cool. Old school city from way back in the day. Sadly, a lot of different places are condemned and they're not doing what they used to do. The casinos are down and shit like that. But I think now that nobody's wearing a mask, maybe now the fun will come back to the world. A lot of shows are opening up and we're having some fun. Here in Hollywood tomorrow night, I'll be at the Ha Ha Comedy Club, and then I'm going to the Laugh Factory in Hollywood. Thursday, I fly to New Jersey, but we'll talk about that in a minute. So Quickies went out of business. I'm sad about that. I really miss the food. I'm really going to miss those people that worked in there, but I didn't really know them personally. I'm going to deal with Spectrum when these Spectrum people come today. I just wish people would stop ripping people off. Stop it. Come on, man. Everybody's taking advantage of people. Stop taking advantage of people. How many people, I'll ask you this question, watched when I went on the Steve Trevelise show in New Jersey, 101.5. We were just having some fun, laughing and joking. And a lady called in from Texas. She said that she was very sad that she left the state of New Jersey. She shouldn't have did it. Her name is Jessica Greco, and she got in touch with me. And she said, can you help me, Mr. Marino? And she started crying. I want to go back. I want to go home. I want to go home. And I says, well, why did you leave New Jersey? And she thought she was going to save some money living in Texas. She's 65 years old. She's retired. And she doesn't have any family anymore. And I just was so brokenhearted listening to this lady cry on the phone. So what do? I went back on the Steve Trevelise show. I called up Steve and I said, hey, come on, maybe there's something we can do for this lady. So we go on the air. Everybody's listening. She calls in. She's saying how she can't find a place on the Jersey Shore, and that's where she wants to be. And my parents and my family and my brothers, my sisters, everybody's dead. What should I do? So the power of the radio, the power of this show right here, had so many people call in and offer her places to go. And then today, someone called me from a real estate company in New Jersey and said, give me the lady's phone number. They got her on the phone. She moves to New Jersey at the end of the month. She's all excited. She's happy. And what are we going to do? We're going to give her complimentary tickets to come and see Mike Marino live. Then she'll meet me in person. We'll videotape it. We'll put it on the internet. And everybody's happy. We helped a complete stranger in need. Isn't that great? And I feel fantastic. I worry every day about the industry that I'm in. What's going to happen next month? What's going to happen next year? Will I still earn a living? Will I still be in the public eye? But when something like that happened, I'm fine. I'm fine. This is the second person I've helped in the last couple of months without doing much of anything. I just had the power of the internet and personality. Before this, you guys all know that Charlotte Elizabeth, was going through these cancer treatments, and she lost all her hair. We went on the internet and we raised thousands of dollars for her to get this wig. And now she's in Sloan Kettering, and we're all going to get together. We're going to go visit her in New York. We're going to make her laugh. We're going to give her some power loves, and we're going to get her out of that bed. We're going to put that wig on her head, and we're going to show her some love. She's only 32 years old. I mean, come on, right? Anyhow, let me see who's writing into the show right now. So everybody on Instagram, thank you so much. Hi, Alyssa. Hi, Magdalena. Hi, how you guys doing? I'm going to take in some questions, and we're going to have some fun. I also want to go over a couple of other things. I'm hoping that this is the end of COVID. I've been traveling and going to many different places. I haven't been wearing the mask except for when I'm on the plane. I put the mask on a plane. I just think people are kind of scurvy anyway, so what the hell. And I hope that goes away. So, Janine, Marino, how are you? Debbie, it's nice to see you. Mike, how you doing? From New Rochelle, New York. Hello, New Rochelle, New York. It's nice to see you. Hello, Mike Zambuca shot for the namesake. Mike Marino, how you doing? Get Fire TV. I got all kinds of crazy TV, but I'm not here enough. Connect your landline to the Wi-Fi. So said somebody. Jeff Marchetti. Mike, no shit. How most same experience. Isn't it crazy? Direct TV, $200 a month. And my hair looks great. Thank you very much for saying so. Hi, Ingrid. How you doing? Please come to Seattle. Shit, these woke idiots listen. Robert Catalano, there it is. We were just talking about you, buddy. This cup belongs to Regina's Pizza in Akron, Ohio. And this is my friend's family right there on the mug, if you could see it. So thank you so much, Robert. I'm going to get in touch with you, and we're going to make some more things happen with your great sponsorship and your generosity. And there's Ciro DiPaggio, ladies and gentlemen. Soon, everybody, let me say this, soon, I don't know exactly when, but you're going to get to see a movie, whether it be in movie theaters or streaming, wherever it's going to be, and it's called The Mob King. And I tell you, I think the world needs it, and it needs it now. You know, I kid around about the mob all the time. I like to make funny gestures about the mob. But what if the mob really did run the country and you didn't have to worry? What happened? Don't worry about it. We got it. The thing is gone. That's all right. We were there. We did. That's what we need. Spare the rod, spoil the child. Kick this motherfucker right in the head. So, Ciro, thank you so much for always watching the show. Thank you for your support with me and what I do. Guys, follow Ciro DiPaggio 5, it says here, on Instagram. He's also watching on Facebook Live. And tune in to the Mob King. Watch what they're doing. I have some really cool friends that are in this project as well. And hopefully I'll get a part in that project. I would love to. I really want to play a cop that's just like on the creepy side. I would love to do that. I'm actually lucky enough to begin a new movie in the first and second week of June. I'm going to Ronkonkoma, New York. I got a good-sized role in a horror, actually. It's called The Lady of the Lake, The Legend of Lake Ronkonkoma, which was based on a true story in Ronkonkoma, New York. Now, if you know New York, Ronkonkoma's on Long Island, and in Long Island there was the Amityville Horror. Now, whether the Amityville Horror was real or not, it was a blockbuster. Because what really happened, if you're familiar with the actual story, because I am, the guy who was Italian, I can't think of his name off the top of my head, he killed his mother and father, and I think 2 brothers and a sister, or 2 sisters and a brother, shot them while they were sleeping, and then he went to prison for life. But then they went on to say that there were demons in his head, and that's what made him do it. And then the family that went into the house after they got rid of it said that it was infested with demons from God knows what. But there's people living in the house now, it's almost 30, 40 years, and they have no problems. And it's in a really rich neighborhood in Long Island, New York. So check that all out. But getting right back to the Mob King, check out what's going on. You can find it all on the internet, and that's the Mob King. Check it out. Ciro DiPaggio 5. Follow him on Instagram, and I think you're going to enjoy that. Actually, you know what's coming out now is the making of The Godfather. I forgot exactly what it's called. the making of The Godfather, how they almost didn't make the movie, who had the rights to make the movie. It's pretty whacked. You got to watch this series. I saw the trailer. I haven't seen the series yet. I will state right now, this is coming from Ciro DiPaggio. Listen right now, everybody's watching. Ciro DiPaggio 5 says, I will state right now that I will create the creepy cop lead role for you in the sequel. Yeah, baby. The sequel. Because you know what would be really cool? I go looking for what happened. What happened? Thank you very much, Ciro. Miss you. Next time I come out to Florida, I'm going to sit you down and have a little fun on the show. And I was cast in Silent Partners, which is, let's say, the 1980s version of The Sopranos, taking place in Miami. And Silent Partners is in the distribution phase, so underboss. Yes, I got to play an underboss. I'm the Tom Hagen. I'm not in that muscle end of the business, so I was not afraid of nobody. But I like that type of thing, and I know I'll have a lot of fans now, and I have a lot of good fortune in my life. So when I go out on tour to entertain, it would be nice to be part of a TV series. So let's make that all happen. Bill Cosby's in the news, and I wanted to talk about that. Seems like somebody's coming after him again. And then they have all these entertainers doing dialogue about what they think happened, what should happen. A couple of them are friends of mine, stand-up comedians from right here in Los Angeles. It is sad, because if you remember, Dr. Huxtable was great, and everybody watched that show. And Bill Cosby was on a lot of TV shows, did a lot of stand-up performances around the world, and as far as I'm concerned, one of the funniest cartoons on television was the Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids. Come on! Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids. Now, maybe you can't say that anymore. Why not? It was based on what was really going on in certain neighborhoods. So, you are an amazing guy. Talk soon. Thank you, Ciro. I really appreciate Ciro DiPaggio, ladies and gentlemen. What a cool name. Great looking guy, tall, striking, built as shit. That's why a guy like me could be in movies like him. I'm the complete opposite. Anyway, so look into what's going on in Bill Cosby's life. Check it out. Maybe he's out for a reason, and maybe, just maybe, we can find some old school humor and put Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids back on television. Because you know what? I would watch it. I would watch the Little Rascals too. Put the Rascals back on. Put not only the Little Rascals back on TV, the Cosby Kids back on TV, and the Dead End Kids. We used to watch them every Sunday morning while Mom was in the kitchen making macaroni. You remember Slip Mahoney, Satch, huh? You remember Sophie? Anybody remember these characters? Remember Satch? Ooh, Louie, fix me a malted. And they hung around at the malted shop. And their tough roles were kind of like, ooh, he's got the mark of the squealer. And that was it. Nobody cursed. Nobody sweared. We're talking James Cagney. Remember that? Angels with Dirty Faces. I don't even know how I remember all of this shit. But check it out. I think you should look into that. What else did I want to talk about this morning? Okay, now as you know, marijuana has been legal in the state of California for a very long time. What do you call marijuana? Because if you remember, there were so many different ways to say it. Ganja, weed, grass, a doobie. What did you say? Enough of cancel culture. Somebody says great humor gets buried due to political correctness. And that's right. I don't know what your name is, but say your name if you want. Welcome Back, Carter is on free Antenna TV. Antenna TV. Welcome Back, Carter was hilarious. I'll never forget when Welcome Back, Carter first came out. You couldn't help but sing the jingle all the time. Welcome back. The dreams for you. I don't remember how it went. Who remembers the words? Welcome back. The Sweat Hogs. Oh, Mr. Carter, Mr. Carter. Oh, I forgot what I was going to say. Marino, Horse Shack, Washington. Remember them? Roar International, trademark. Hey, Roar International, how you doing? All right, so, yeah. What did you call it? Say it. Say it. Weed. Ganja. What's up, Rocco Felino? Fellerino? Thank you so much for helping the lady from Texas. You got it. Great story, Mike. I'm reading what people are saying right now as fast as I can. And it's not easy. Devil's lettuce. We used to call it hash, which was a little bit different than marijuana. So hash, ganja, weed. What else? Now I can't even think about it. Remember pulling bong hits? You had a bong that had like a tube like this long. He was stoned for a month. A bowl. Anyway, I guess long before that, doobies. Been a fan since the old Byron Allen shows. Mary Jane. Mary Jane. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Mary Jane. So says one of our friends here. And thank you very much for your great compliments. Recently, I've been getting a lot of great compliments on some stand-up clips that are resurging because of what's going on in Ukraine. So, about 10 years ago, when I was on the Byron Allen show and I said I was going to whack Osama bin Laden, that ended up going viral again. So thank you, everybody, for watching this show. You could see it all whenever you want on my YouTube channel, which is Mike Marino Live on all social media. But also the new one that I just had come out on Dry Bar Comedy about checking things out at Walmart is doing really, really well. And I thank everybody for making that happen. It's the fans that choose what they like. So keep on choosing. I appreciate that. In this neighborhood, they have a noise ordinance. You're not supposed to make construction noise till after 7:30. Now I know that because my family was in construction my whole life. There's signs around here that actually say it, and they're putting up so many buildings that they have to enforce it somehow. So when I was doing my morning walk, some guy said to me, "Stop bothering the construction workers. They need to earn a living. You don't work." I lost my fucking mind because yes, I do work. I work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, whether I'm doing what I'm doing in the studio, on the internet, at night, I am always working. So at 7:30 in the morning, if I'm sleeping, as far as I'm concerned, shut off the truck. Shut off the truck. It's too early. This used to be a nice neighborhood. Now it's a city. I didn't pick to move to the city. So that's the way it is. So whoever said that, kiss my ass. You don't even live in this neighborhood and you don't know what I do for a living. So that's that. And that's how that person got deleted and blocked. All right. So we talked about COVID. I wanted to talk about common sense. There always has to be someone who has a little common sense. What is your common sense? Common know-how. What is your common know-how? I know how to fix certain things. I know how to fix a car. I actually know how to remodel a car. But I don't know anything about fixing the internet. And I don't know why. Yesterday, my neighbor came over and he was all over the television. He knew everything in seconds. He has common know-how in that area. So if you have common know-how or common sense, express it, show it, especially on things you know what you're doing. All right? Let's see if somebody else said. This used to be a nice country. Marino for president. Thank you, Jerry Bumsky. I appreciate that. You guys got to watch the Bumsky show with Jerry. We're going to go down and say hello to Jerry Bumsky this Friday night, May 20, because this Friday night, May 20, yours truly and the Uncle Louie Variety Show take to the stage at Levity Live in Nyack, New York. Nyack, New York is right on the tip of New Jersey. When New Jersey ends, headed up to upstate New York. It's in a big mall. Used to be called Rascals Comedy Club. Now, it's Levity Live. It's inside a mall. Go to the Uncle Louie Variety Show. Catch these two guys doing some of the funniest sketch comedy you've ever seen. It's absolutely hilarious. So I'm going to be on stage with them, of course by myself, but along with them. And that's May 20, May 22. 4 shows total. There's a 7:30 and a 9:30. I'm sorry, a 7 and a 9:30, a 7 and a 9:30. That's Friday, Saturday night this week. This weekend. I'm flying back east on Thursday morning. I'm going to be exhausted. But we're going to Nyack, New York. The club is called Levity Live. Levity Live. This Friday and Saturday night, 7 and 9:30 with the Uncle Louie Variety Show boys. You're even going to get to meet Tony Napoli. He's Italian, he's from Italy, and he manages the guys. So this is going to be some badass shit. And then on May 22, I'm going to be in East Orange, New Jersey, signing a contract to be a featured actor in a movie called Liquor Run. Liquor Run's going to be a comedy. You're going to have a lot of fun. I'll tell you more about that after I sign the contracts and get my deal. So hope you guys will check that out. And then this Sunday night, May 22, I will be at MJ's Banquet City Hall, or Banquet Facility, with Tammy Pascatelli. That's right, Tammy Pascatelli and myself, 2 comedians who really started in Los Angeles, I believe she did too, at the Comedy Store. We're going to be at MJ's. That's in Matawan, New Jersey. And then on May 25, I'm coming to Carmine and Friends, something Carmines. Look it up on the internet. Carmine Brothers in the family. That's May 25. This is my first appearance in Brooklyn, New York in over 10 years. I want you guys to come. If you're going to be in Brooklyn, this is a dinner show. We're only letting in 60 people. This is Mike Marino, up close and personal. Going to be doing a lot of new jokes, a lot of new material. It's family-style dinner. Nice Italian place in Brooklyn. Get there early, like a day early, because it's hard to find parking. But check that out. It's Memorial Day weekend, the following weekend, May 27. I'm going to go to my hometown of Scotch Plains, New Jersey, and I'm going to put on a tuxedo, and I'm going to do a live performance in the square for the veterans of the United States who gave their lives so that we can have ours. And that's going to be Memorial Day weekend. May 28th, I'm doing a big charity. And then on May 24 and May 31, I'll have my podcast in the real basement of my mother's house. June 5th, I will be at Levity Live in Pittsburgh, then back to California, then on to Vegas, then on to New Jersey, then on to Salinas, California. I am a lucky son of a bitch. I have more comedy shows than I know what to do with, and it's because of you guys for following, staying in touch, and showing me that I'm actually making you happy. I want to do a big shout out to our sponsors, okay? I've had a lot of sponsors in the last couple of years. We're just about 240 episodes of Live from My Mother's Basement. When we get to 250, I'm going to start doing it in a totally different way. I'm going to start zooming in guests from different parts of the world. Instead of having them sit next to me, I'll have them in a different area. But I got this hat from my friend Anna Dre of Upcycle Creations on Instagram. Upcycle Creations. She made me this hat, and she made me the jeans that I'm wearing right now. And I'm really happy to be sporting that because you guys know I sell shirts that say Marino 2024. And on the back, it actually says Make America Italian Again. And not only do I have shirts that have this, but there's the original crest. And then we have the hoodies. Then we have the sweatpants. And we have the underwear. You name it. It's all at MikeMarino.net. And I appreciate all the orders. Everything this week goes in the mail on Thursday. There's over 100 shirts that came in today to go in the mail. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. I got a loan from the pandemic, and I got to pay that shit back. So thank you for ordering up all the shirts. And yes, Cliff Shades, I will definitely have you on my show. So I guess that's it. Now, I'm traveling back to New Jersey on Thursday. I'm flying JetBlue. Anybody out there fly JetBlue? You know what's really blue? Your balls. Because after they give you the bill, you're screwed. Guess what JetBlue does? They tell you for $800, they'll give you a round trip ticket to Newark, New Jersey. Yeah, but you can't take on a carry-on. The carry-on's $50. And if you want to put something under the plane, it's another $35. I'm like, this is just bullshit. And then there's another airline that does the same identical thing, even worse. Spirit Airlines. Yeah, you can come on the plane, but you can't bring your shoes. You gotta leave them here. Oh, and if you want something to eat, it's an extra $50 for the peanuts, and you have to pay for your seat. And we only have $100 seats left, and you can't bring anything on the plane. And if you don't have a credit card, you have to hold on to the wheel. I mean, it's fucked up. It's really fucked up. It's like you got to pay for each hidden fee. There's hidden fees everywhere. What the fuck is with people? So a lot of people are asking me about relationships and what do I think about love, marriage, divorce, dating, getting back together, trying it again, staying together for the kids, getting divorced because of the kids. They're not my kids, they're his kids. I didn't even know I had a kid. All of this wonderful, great questions I get because I've never been married and I have no children. I just think I'm not ready. I'm waiting for the right one. I really don't know. But why I'm coming up with this is because it's all going to be in my new show. And when you see who does the talking for these questions and answers, you're going to laugh your ass off. So make sure you tune in to MikeMarino.net because my cousin Michelle and my cousin Mooney and my Uncle Tommy are going to be the ones that answer these questions in an old school way, going to make you laugh your fucking nuts off. So let's make that happen. Who's this? C. Philip Garcia. Well, hello, how are you? Everybody's got these code names. Say your name. I'm Mike Marino. Everybody's got these code names, these acronyms. Somebody wrote me the other day and said, yeah, I'm part of ACUA. And I'm like, but I don't even know what that is. Great picks, Maddie. How you doing? Let's thank my sponsors who've been sponsoring my show for the past couple of years. And then we're going to move on. You guys got your opportunity to ask me questions. I never really take questions on my show. I usually take the questions for the guests that I have on the show. I want to do a shout out to our friend, Baked by Marissa. She came on the show. She's really, really adorable. And she has a company that makes cookies. And she brought us a lot of cookies to the show. Baked by Marissa. She's coming by the show because I'm going to have everybody autograph the actual wall in my basement, and she's a celebrity chef, and I want her there. It's Celine Filippi Garcia. Well, hello, Celine. How are you? Celine Filippi Garcia. That's one hell of a name. I don't even know what nationality that is. I don't even know if I could touch it. Nice big shout out to my friend Michael Pitti out in Florida. He's a real estate guy. I want to do a really big shout out to one of my big sponsors. That's right, Dr. Andy Rosenfarb of AccuVision Acupuncture in Westfield, New Jersey. I'm just trying to roll up my sleeves, show you guys I'm still working on the guns. AccuVision Acupuncture in Westfield, New Jersey. Check out Andy Rosenfarb, Dr. Andy Rosenfarb. I miss you and I love you. Laura Brunetti, haven't seen you in a while. Look at Celine, I'm Italian. Celine Filippi Garcia. Garcia is definitely Italian. DM me, I'm going to send you a gift. Hey, I want to shout out to our friends Melissa at Tastefully Olive. If you guys like olive oil, if you like all kinds of seasoning type oils that you cook with, or that you put on your salads, or that you dip your bread in, look up Tastefully Olive. You're going to be glad that you did. And of course, Minutemen Press, Diablo Moon, and my friend Dr. Jim Checchio for always making sure that my back is in great shape. We're going to be doing big things together. Of course, we talked all about our friends from Regina's Pizza, Autism Radio, Hope Saves the Day. And what would my show be without my friend Johnny Salami from Hero Kings? Hero Kings of Nutley, New Jersey. I haven't said this in a long time, but what's my favorite sandwich? The number 4. Number 4! Hero Kings, Nutley, New Jersey. And here in California, of course, Foggia Italian Market and Deli down in Lakewood, California, right by the world-famous Laugh Factory, which is in Long Beach, California. So thank you, everybody who invested in making sure that I'm on the air every Tuesday night, 5 o'clock here on the West Coast, 8 o'clock on the East Coast, and I don't know what time in the middle of the country. So let's see who has a question for me, and then we got to get going. Why? Because the guy from Spectrum's coming. What's up, Angelo? It's nice to see you. How you doing? And here on Facebook comes the questions. Hold on a minute. Mike, I just mentioned your name. Mike Pitty, who's a realtor in Florida. Donna Blues has written a book, and it's called Chasing James Gandolfini, Keeping Up with James Gandolfini. But I told you I would like to have you on the show. Just write to the producer, Tatiana Blueshell. It takes a while because I'm booked out for another 2 months with guests on the show. So if you would write to my producer, Mike Marino Entertainment at gmail.com, say hello to Tatiana Blueshell and tell her you're interested and why you would be a great guest on my show. So let's go ahead and make that happen, Donna Blues. Chasing James Gandolfini, which I believe is the title of your book. I love the fact that someone said, Mike Marino for president, you're our only hope. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I kind of think I am, because I'll straighten shit out. I really would. All you have to do is have what I think we call diplomacy, and you say, hey, listen, you see it your way, you see it your way. We're going to go down the middle, and everybody's going to shake hands, and everybody's going to be happy. Now stop killing each other. And that's the way it's supposed to be, right? Don't hurt anybody. Thea Gibson Weeks, thank you so much for writing into the show. Marianne, thank you so much. Lynn Marie, thank you. Anybody got a question before we sign off? Jessica Miranda, comedian. Okay, let's say hello. Hello, Jessica. How are you? Hey, Mike, what's good? You're looking great. Well, thank you very much. I love the slang. What's good? I think you're good. You're talented. Why don't you tell us why you would like to be on my show? Because I would love to have you. I like comedians. I like entertainers. We all need to stick together. There's a lot of entertainers that have a really powerful ego, and that keeps you from succeeding. There's no reason why you can't all just relish in the good fortune of entertaining. And it's a tough field. You got to have some kind of a rhythm. But I'm actually in this business since I'm 13 years old. I know what's going on in this crazy world. You just got to kind of be happy and go with the flow. So Jessica Miranda, comedian, maybe you would like to come to the basement and be on the show. Just let me know where you're located in an instant message or a DM. This way we can figure it out. Because if you're in New Jersey or if you're here in Los Angeles, we will make that happen. All you have to do is write to my producer. Thank you. I'd love to come on. I'll contact Tatiana. That's the way you do it. Mike Marino Entertainment at gmail.com. Say hello. I just kicked this chair and scared the crap out of myself. And we will get you on the show. Tell me where you're located if you don't mind. Stella Fortunato, how are you? It's nice to see you. It's nice to see everybody. We got time for just one more question. Then I got to go deal with Spectrum. Anybody? Anybody? Thank you so much, everybody, for watching tonight's broadcast of Live from My Mother's Basement with my beautiful professional sign that was created by Tatiana. Stella Fortunato 4. Hi, how you doing? Mass Ital 1030. Everybody got a secret code name. I guess that's it for us tonight. I'm going to get going. I hope you guys had some fun. If you want to laugh, I want you guys to go to my YouTube channel. Now, when you go to the YouTube channel, all you have to do is subscribe. It's free, ladies and gentlemen. Free. There's a red word. The word says subscribe. You click and you're in. If you ever want to unsubscribe, you unsubscribe. If you want to get a newsletter from me every week, in the newsletter tells you where I'm going, what I'm doing, how you can purchase some swag, or how you can get discounts on tickets, how you can get discounts on free shit. MikeMarino.net. Click subscribe. I'll make sure you get what you want to get. Where's your favorite club to perform, says Angelo. Although I have favorite clubs around the world, my favorite place to perform is everywhere. I love it. This is the only job that I can't wait to get on stage to do the job. I look forward to going to work. What I actually don't like is what we have to deal with behind the scenes and the people in show business who make it really, really hard for you. And if you look at a lot of entertainers who are no longer with us, it's because they had some problems and certain medications couldn't help them through it. So be nice to somebody who wants to entertain you. Just be nice. Don't ever say you don't like what they did. Don't ever critique them. Don't ever say you could do better. Don't ever say you should don't quit your day job. Don't say that. My mother always used to say, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. That's what you do. Just say hi and walk away. Friends and family could be very brutal when they say, hey, why did you do that? Why don't you do this? Let it go. Let the entertainer be the entertainer. They'll figure it out. And it's better when they figure it out. Trust me. That's the way you do it. All right. Let's get going. We've been talking for quite some time. Nice haircut. Thank you so much. Great, but no haircut for me. And you shouldn't. If you have a nice head of hair like that, I wish I did. All right, I'm going to get going. Remember, everybody, let's make America Italian again. Let's run this country the right way. Let's show people what's right and respect. Nice to each other. Kindness. Hello, how are you? It's nice to see you. You look great. Have a wonderful day. You don't know nothing. You don't see nothing. And you don't say nothing. You keep your mouth shut. And how do I end every one of my broadcasts? By always saying the same thing. Say it with me. Write it down. Write it. Write it, everybody. Write it. Don't take no shit from nobody. Good night. Hey folks, I hope you're enjoying watching my podcast live from my mother's basement. We're having a lot of fun, and I'm going to have a lot of great guests on the show in the future. So if you like it, hit like. You could also leave a comment. You could subscribe to my YouTube channel and watch other funny videos. And you could also listen to my podcast on your favorite podcast app like Spotify and iTunes.